Hello guys, and welcome to another styling session. Today we'll be doing a contemporary style for our stylish young ladies. So welcome, like more, comment, feel free to share to your friends. Today we are going to do a contemporary style for our young generation. It's gonna be a style for our young ladies, and our style is gonna consist of Nape Locknots, barrel roll space buns, and face framing twist outs. Since we have been learning more about the Locknots, the barrels, and the face framing twist outs and their benefits, today we shall be measuring mainly on how you can blend such styles together to achieve that contemporary stylish look for our young generation. So let's kick off by doing the Nape Locknots. I know you might be wondering, how do we come up with this? And what's the history behind it? Now, I've just left out 2 strands so that I can walk you through the styling process if you are beginners on the channel. And remember that we have more tutorials on the channel of the same, which are slowed down version for our beginners. So you can consider revisiting the channel for such tutorials. We have given our Locknots a graduating touch, which has got a personalized look in a way that the lock strands, that is the Locknots, seems to be curving all the way to the center. That way, they seem to be curving all the way to the center, and now the graduating touch is given by the strategic positioning of the Locknots from the back upwards. Kindly consider subscribing, like my comment, and share to your friends. This is how to go about the Locknots. To ascertain the length of the Locknots, I have just been wrapping the lock strands against my 4 fingers. That way. To that level, then you just hold the strand at the roots, then wrap it in clockwise manner, backwards. That way. That's how you do the Locknots. Wrap the lock strand in totality, backwards, towards the loop. Remember, after folding the lock strand, we created certain loop at this level. Such loop is the one which we are going to use to secure the lock strand. So we are just going to interweave the remaining strand inside the loop so that we can create a stopper. And by doing so, you pick the remaining tip a certain length, then pull it inside the loop. That way. Remember, I'm using a crochet latch. Pull it inside the loop, but don't let it come out. Just leave it at a certain level. That way. That's how you create the stopper without using rubber bands. Have a look. That's our Locknot. Now I have strategically subdivided the lock strands into 2 portions, aligning the portions in a symmetrical appearance. So we are going to do the barrels, then thereafter I'm going to show you on how to mold the barrels into equal space buns. My 2 ponytails will be subdivided into 3 portions. So we are going to do 3 barrels on this portion, then another 3 barrels on this portion. Just for the sake of our beginners, let's do a single barrel altogether. This is how you go about the barrels. You wrap the lock strands. I'm gonna pick one of the lock strands. Remember, we have 9 lock strands on this portion. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1. That's 9. We need to begin by doing away with the black color. So let's begin. Pick one of the strands and wrap it around. Wrap it around in a clockwise manner against the rest of the lock strands while working backwards. That way. That way. Up to this point where the color now begins, let's pick additional lock strand and wrap around. That way. Up to a certain level where now the color begins, pick another lock strand and continue wrapping around. Now, basically, the barrel rolls are usually done by wrapping the lock strands in a 360 horizontal pin. giving your braid a seamless appearance which has got a cylindrical touch. Have a look, just wrap around. And since we are dealing with synthetic locks, you need to exert some pressure as you wrap the lock strands around. So you also need to observe the remaining lock strands so that you can give your barrel a diminishing appearance from this point. On my case, I'm going to be using a yarn to secure the ending tip. And that's how you do the barrels, guys. Have a look. And our barrel has start diminishing appearance towards the finishing area. We have just begun by, doing away with the black color so that we can have the colored part on its own, that way. So we'll go ahead and do the rest the same way we have just done this. We are going to mold the barrel sections together so that we can get a symmetry look. But before then, let's do the face framing twist outs. You'll note some difference from the right side and the left side. Let's begin by the right side. This is our right side. Let's begin. Twist the lock strands in clockwise manner, interlace them. That way. You twist it in clockwise, then interlace. Clockwise, interlace. That way. All the way backwards. Remember, guys, we have more tutorials on this. Just need to go back on the channel for such. Then we are going to levelize our lock knot with the level of the chin. That way, on that level. So from this level, we're going to begin our lock knot. So fold it backwards that way. As usual, overlap the lock strand that way. Pick the length of the lock strand which has got the black portion. Remember, we need to do away with the black portion first. Let's do away with the black portion. Let's do away with the black portion. Wrap it around. Okay. Around, backwards. Okay. That's how you do the lock knots. We have more tutorials on the channel on the same. You can just go back on the channel if need be. Then pick the tip inside the loop. That way. Now this becomes our lock knot to the right side. Now a point to note on the left side, you need to twist the lock strands in anti-clockwise manner. Remember, on the right side, we were twisting the lock strands in clockwise manner. Then this side, we are going to twist the lock strands in anti-clockwise manner so that we can balance the strands as we frame the face. So let's go ahead. Pick your lock strand. Now this time around, I will be twisting the strands in anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise, then interlace them. Anti-clockwise, interlace them. Anti-clockwise, interlace them. Anti-clockwise. That way, as you work backwards. That's how I'm giving a balanced touch on the face framing twist outs. So try and fold the lock strand that way, as usual. Wrap it down once that way, then pick the lengthy lock strand. Disguise the colored part as usual. Disguise the colored part, then wrap the remaining strands in clockwise manner downwards that way. Then pick the ending tip as usual, put it inside the loop. Now we have just done the face framing twist outs. Have a look. It's quite, impressive. Let's go ahead and mold the barrels as we position our space buns. Now welcome to the final part, which comprises of the space buns, and now I'm ready to walk you through the molding process. We are going to do the space buns all together, and more importantly, you'll note that I will be molding the left side in anti-clockwise manner, whereas the right side I'm gonna do it in clockwise manner. Why? I shall be doing so that I can come up with a well textured space buns which looks alike from all angles. I'm gonna begin with the lock strand at the back. We're gonna begin with this lock strand here. Just wrap it around that way. Then our tip ends at the front side. Tuck it in that way, you see. Then pick additional lock strand and wrap it around in anti-clockwise. Remember guys, we are doing our bun in anti-clockwise manner all the way. Tuck it at that level. Pick the remaining section. Try and find a way where the remaining section will be passing. So our remaining section will be passing at that particular area that way, securing the ending tip of the previous barrel roll section. Then I'm gonna tuck it at the back. So our section has just ended at the back. Then mold your bun to your desired look that way. So let's go ahead and reinforce our look by use of yarn in order to align the contours in a way that we can get that seamless texture of the space buns. We need to do both sections in opposite directions. So on the left side we have just done anti-clockwise manner. On the right side we are going to do clockwise manner. So let's go ahead. This is the way to go. Let's mold the remaining section. Just fold first section that way. The ends at this distinctive level. Tuck the ending tip. Then pick additional section, reinforce and secure the ending tip of the previous section. Then tuck in the ending tip of the second section at a certain level. That way. Then pick the remaining section and wrap it around. Pick the remaining section and wrap it around that way. Then the final section ends at the back. Tuck in the tip as well. Make sure you mold the look to attain that distinctive appearance that way. So now we are done with our space buns. We can go around as we ascertain the final outcome. Right, our style is through guys, and you can quickly note the point of emphasis which is being created by the face framing twist outs, which are well balanced, which is a nice feature for our young generation. And the space buns which are well subdivided at the center to create that balanced symmetry with that texture and look due to the the way the contours are running. And when it comes to the side, you will quickly note how the Locknots are curving towards the center by creating that distinctive line from the side towards the center. And our face framing twist out can well be noted at the front part, with now the space bun at the center. This now creates another balance from the side. Then now you can note that intricate touch of the Locknots and the way they are aligned, creating that letter V from the center downwards. Have a look, guys. And the space bands, which are well balanced, creating that balanced symmetry, giving our style another brand new cute perspective. We can go around as you have a look. For now, we have just harmonized the three styles together to get this intricate appearance, which now you can call it a contemporary style for our stylish young generation. When it comes to ladies, that is, this style well suits the young generation. Don't do this style to our aged mothers. This style well suits our young generation ladies. So guys, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, like my comment, and share to your friends. For those who want to join my online classes, you can do so by reaching out via the number provided on the description as well as along the video. Thank you for staying locked to the end. Consider sharing my tutorial and stay locked for more tutorials to come.